Well, hey, everybody, getting ready for tonight's live call-in show in about 20 minutes. A little pre-show action tonight since Scott's not here, so settle in. We could talk some Disney before the show. So just settle in. We got a little bit of time here till the show starts. So we're going to have a little pre-show tonight. Let me know you're here. Hang on, I gotta adjust the lights. I'll be right back. Well, hey, Andrea, hello. I should probably go live on Instagram. Thank you. I paid $7 for that 2 years ago, and I'm going to get my money's worth out of that. That's where the Patreon money goes for stuff like that. I paid $7 for a kit that has flashing Christmas lights and borders and stuff like that. Yes. So that we can have fun during the holidays, like Halloween and Christmas. Because that stuff makes me happy. And I'm glad it does you too. So it's just going to be us tonight. So we're just hanging out. Scott's obviously probably in a golf cart right now. Actually, let's check in with Scott since we're in the we're in the pre-show. Let's play a game. Where is Scott? Let's find Scott on Find My Friends. He's in Bay Lake, Florida. He is. Oh. Let's see if I can hold this up here. Looks like he is on Main Street. Can't zoom in anymore. Oh, wait, yeah, I can. Nope, wait, where is he? There's the Emporium. There's the Plaza. Oh, he must be going to the Christmas party because he is behind. He's in that walkway behind Main Street where they bring you in for the Christmas party. Yep. And so they give you your Christmas cookie or Christmas ornament. So yes. And what, it's 6:45 down there. So the Christmas party's starting. Yep. He must be going to the Christmas party. Maybe we'll call him tonight during the show. We'll see. Hello to Kurt1452 over on Instagram and Sal Opper. Glad to have you. Show's going to start at the top of the hour. We're just hanging out till then. You have any questions, comments for the cause, just let me know. I'll have the phone lines open at 407-413-9395 at the top of the hour. We're going to talk about our favorite places to shop. Any more thoughts on Muppets and Monsters? We'll continue that. Go to order at Boathouse. Do you mean, can you order to go at the Boathouse? Or what is your order? My order that I always get at the Boathouse is the filet sliders. I don't know if you can get it to go there. You probably, I don't know. I've always said down there because I don't have anywhere really to take it. Yeah, how about that? How about all the flag planting? That's going to be a part of tonight's show. Oh, dude, I do not want a Mizzou U of M Music City Bowl. I want to go to Vegas. That's my hot take. I want to go to Vegas and play USC. That's kind of because here's the thing. My wife has never been to Vegas. I've only been, and I don't gamble. I'm not like, I don't have like a morality thing, but I just don't gamble because I'm cheap and I don't want to have that kind of stress in my life because sports stresses me out as it is. But I love just how crazy Vegas is with the hotels and stuff. So I'd like to go out to Vegas just to watch the football game and like stay in a cool hotel for a night or two. And so that'd be kind of fun. And there's a lot of flights to Vegas, and there's a lot of hotels. It'd be super simple to get out there. We tried to go to the Cotton Bowl last year, could not get a flight, and the hotels were crazy, crazy expensive by the time they announced us in that bowl. So now Nashville, we would go to Nashville if we do play. So that'd be kind of fun. But because and Mallory would love that. Mallory is dying to go to Nashville because she's a we're all country music fans. So that wouldn't be a bad thing, but I really want to go to Vegas. If we went to Nashville, we'd drive. I don't want to drive. Yes, filet sliders, Boathouse, and they're one of the cheaper things on the menu, and they're rocking. The bread there is so good too. Yeah, so that thing, okay, so I did go to the jingle thing at Car Shield, Paul, here in St. Louis for folks that are there. And I will say it was kind of a mess Friday night. I was hosted, so I got to go for free. They contacted me on social media. They gave us the passes. They were supposed to have ice skating. Like that was the big thing you see online, like this drone shot of ice skating through all the like backgrounds and lights and stuff. Well, they didn't have ice. And I don't know why they didn't have ice because it was below freezing when we were there. And you can have ice skating like up to like 60 degrees. I don't know what was going on. They had a little bitty chunk of ice like in one of the parts, but it wasn't, it was like shavings. And there were a few little kids skating on it. So what it was, it's really like made for Instagram where you can get your pictures taken with a lot of cool backdrops, which you probably saw on my Instagram. I mean, that's what it's really made for. There's a couple of tube slides, which are I'm getting too old for that kind of stuff, man. My wife and I were sore. We just did it one time, this like tube down a hill. You can meet Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they have like boozy drinks and stuff. But I don't know, man. It's pretty expensive, so it'd be hard to justify it without the ice skating. I don't know if they get that figured out. So yeah, I would think about it. Yeah, Vegas would be fun during bowl season. Let's see. Kurt's got a question. Hey, Mike, what would be the best way to visit Magic Kingdom over Princess Half Weekend, Saturday or Monday? So the half is Sunday. I would go on Monday with your medal and get pictures. That's what I would do because you'll have your medal on Monday. And then you don't have you're done with your races, so you're not saving your legs. I always go the day after the race and take all my medals. Thoughts on the Chicago Bears? Are you kidding? I don't watch the NFL a whole lot. I just know that they're terrible. And Eberflus is gone. He was a former Mizzou guy. He was one of our assistants years and years back. And so was the Purdue coach. He was our defensive coordinator who just got fired today out of Purdue. But what are you going to do? Yeah, Firefest. There were people there having fun when we were there Friday night. It was busy. I mean, there were a lot of people there, but I don't know. It's kind of like a circus. Like I compare it to like a traveling circus, right? A lot of temporary workers trying to figure out their roles. But again, like it's advertised like ice skate. Like, I wanted to ice skate because I'm a former hockey player. Like that was going to be my jam. Like ice skating with my wife through the Christmas lights. That was what I was super excited about. And then we were told there was no ice, so we had to walk through it. And then when you walk through it, there were slick spots because there was like moisture on the ground, so it was like kind of slick and dangerous. So it was bizarre. But I mean, they were nice to us. They were super nice people, but it just felt like it was temporary. It was traveling, and they didn't have it all set up right. I think they had good intentions, but they didn't have it figured out. Wonder World of Disney is on ABC tonight at 8, 7 Central. If there's not a ball, it's not ever on our TV. The thing we're getting excited for tonight is watching the Bills game because there's going to be so much snow. That's what my wife is super excited to watch upstairs. She's like, I can't wait to watch the Buffalo game because I want to see how much snow they're going to have. She's been talking about that all day since the Chiefs. And I don't even like, she's a Chiefs fan. I'm not. She watched the Chiefs on Friday. We leave a week from today. Stay at Polynesian. Have an 8 p.m. Ohana reservation Sunday night. There's Christmas party Sunday night. Do they still pump the music on the? I think they do, even during the Christmas party. I think so. If anybody's at the Poly tonight, let us know because there's a Christmas party happening right now. Because Scott's there, it looks like. And he said there was a party today because I saw it in his Facebook post. I think they do, though. I'll be there in 10 days. I'll be there December 11th. Not that I'm excited. It's so cold here right now. I can't wait to get out of here. It's freezing. We got 3 inches of snow on the ground. There's snow right outside my window. I mean, it looks beautiful, but it's so cold. Jason, Keys to the Kingdom tour. I've done it twice. It's awesome. Awesome. You'll love it. Oh my God. For any kind of Disney fan, awesome. Oh my God. You'll geek out. Going in the Utilidors is worth it. It is so cool. Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how cool it is. Yes, you scored. You get to go have a meal. You get a little memento at the end. Yeah. If you'll get a good tour guide. The guides are great. Yeah, you'll love it. That's why I'll do it a third time. Hey, Justin's out in Cleveland. Speaking of snow games, because we had a snow game at Mizzou, but it wasn't quite the level of Jameis Winston's game on that Thursday night. But we had snow, and we got the W. And our quarterback scrambled in for the game-winning touchdown as well. John says there, 8 to 12. What parks are you doing on the 11th? Let's see. So I'm going down to because I'm sailing on the Treasure for a media cruise the 12th to the 15th. So the only day I'm actually at Walt Disney World is the 11th, and they gave us a pass for we have a park ticket for Epcot, but it's a hopper, so I can go anywhere after. I got to go to Epcot first, so I will go to Epcot at some point on the 11th, and then I can go anywhere. And after that, I have no idea where I'm going to go because I'm just there. They're just like, you got a ticket? They just emailed us last night. You got a ticket? It's got a Epcot park reservation. Have fun. Don't miss the shuttle the next morning. So we'll go to Epcot. I'll probably get a Bomb Kuchkin. That's my goal. I'll probably ride Grand Fiesta Tour. I'll definitely ride Living with the Land. Yes, glimmering greenhouses, baby. How do you think about that? Yes. Oh man, sorry. And we have Justin, just warning you because you just got here. We do have Michigan fans in the chat, so be careful. I don't want there'll be no flag planting in our chat. There'll be no flag planting in our chat. No flag plants. There was not one at our game because we won at home. But Arkansas would try to plant a flag. I'd have been there. Tonight's password. Well, we're going to start the show in 4 minutes, but tonight's password is going to be something an obscure thing that you're thankful for at the Disney parks. Not something like, I'm thankful that I can go there and make memories with my family. That's a given, right? That's a given. Something you're thankful for, like, that is, only a Disney geek would get. I'm thankful for at Halloween that they put pumpkins on Main Street that point you to the bathrooms. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those pumpkins upstairs, right above the ice cream shop on Main Street. There's pumpkins that point you. I think don't they point you to the bathrooms? There's special pumpkins. Am I dreaming? Am I having a fever dream? Something like that. Like something obscure. What are you thankful for? Like some obscure thing at the parks. I can't believe you guys want to fire Ryan Day. Like, that just kills me, dude. The guy's 47-1 against everybody but Michigan. That's just, you guys, man. Man, you guys have some expectations. Whew. That's some serious expectations. I've been hearing that all day. Woo. Yeah, there you go. The nanny chair. Dude, okay, if you're thankful, I'm thankful they're not in my house because those things are nightmare fuel. Do we know if the music gets pumped in at Narcoossee's? Anybody know? Because I don't go to Narcoossee's. Scott does. Dang. If Scott was here, he would know, but he's at the party right now. Kim, do you know? Do they pump in the music to Narcoossee's? Do. Rocking chairs in front here. Yeah. Hey, I've when Mallory was little, we spent lots of time in those, eating those little snacks when we were on the dining plan. We'd have those little cakes. Yes. All right, now we're getting folks in here. Now we're talking. Kim, same here, dude. I don't go to signature restaurants too. I can't afford them. That's for real. And plus, I just get as much enjoyment out of Casey's or Columbia Harbor House, to be honest. Fried foods are fine for me. Jalen Hurts almost just got killed on that play. All right, let me silence my phone. We're getting serious here. Recording podcast. Silence. Oops, it was silent. Oh, Veronica. Yes. Okay, so Sal Opper over on Instagram. Veronica confirms, and she is a Florida resident who would know they do pump the music in at Narcoossee's. Look at this. We're making connections here. Veronica's watching on YouTube. For Sal Opper over on Instagram, yes, you are going to get the music at Narcoossee's. Oh, what a blocks. Saquon Barkley, boom, touchdown. I'm not doing play-by-play, so we don't get taken down. Oh my gosh, we got an email from Brandon. Hello, over on YouTube. I'll have to check that after the show. Oh, man. Standing outside watching fireworks at Narcoossee's. I could take that. Yeah, after that hit on Trevor Lawrence, that guy should be kicked out of the league, honestly. Hello, Corbin of Amber. Sal Opera says, thank you, Veronica and Mike. So there you go. And Jason. And I feel like I'm making the connections here. Like I'm Alexander Graham Bell or something. All right, it's 6:00. Let's do a show because I got to have a heart out at 7. Let me grab another soda just so I have a backup. So it's just me, real quick. What are the chances Scott calls in? Less than 0. He might. You never know with that guy. He definitely could. This show is always powered by Coke Zero, like college football. All right. Let's see if we can get this thing going. Oh, real quick. So tomorrow, just a heads up, because I'm going to need your help. Tomorrow, here's the deal. Pam has had a family thing come up, so she is not going to be able to record with us this week and probably next week. So we're a little bit short-handed here at the Be Our Guest podcast because Scott is at Walt Disney World this week. Pam is out. Ricky can't make it because it's month end, and at month end, her husband, he works in accounting, so he has to do financials at the end of the month. And so when he's out, he can't watch Lucy, the baby. So we're in a kind of a pickle tomorrow, but we're going to make this an opportunity. I always look at something like this, a circumstance is an opportunity. So here's what we're doing tomorrow. And this is where we need your help. For the listener question show for this week, for Wednesday, we always record these on Monday. We're going to do it a little bit early. We're going to probably do it like mid-afternoon, Central Time. So probably around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central. And it's going to be just like this, but I'm going to open up the phone line. So if you want to call in with a listener question show tomorrow, you can call in with a question, but it'll be questions. So if you have a trip planning question, like even if you want to repeat one from tonight, you don't have like, if you have a question and if we could use it for tomorrow, that'd be awesome. So if you want to call in with a question tomorrow and you're available tomorrow around 4 o'clock Eastern, that would be awesome. Tune in and call in and we'll do that. Or you could just email me and I could just read it and answer it. But send it to me before tomorrow at noon, before lunchtime, if you're watching live today. So that'll be tomorrow. Now, for the Friday show next week, we're recording that tomorrow too, just for everybody watching live. We have a special co-host. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but you know who she is. She's never co-hosted before, and she's from the clubhouse. She's always over at the clubhouse. I've asked her to record with me, and we're going to record a show about your favorite small moments at the parks that you just enjoy. So if you have a small moment that you enjoy, email it to me, mike@brguestpodcast.com, or go to the clubhouse. There's actually a thread there, and you could probably figure out who the co-host is going to be because she suggested this over in the clubhouse. So we're going to do that tomorrow. All right. So special co-host this Friday for that show. I'm going to do the listener question show solo, but I'm going to open up the phone lines so you guys can call in and we can have conversations about your question and come to answers and talk about them. We're going to start them mid-afternoon Central. So about 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern. All right. So I need your help this week because I'm kind of in a pickle. Everybody's out. We'll make it an opportunity. We'll just have a different week. It'll be a little different style, but we'll have fun with it. That's what you got to do when you've done 2,600 shows. Got to switch it up a little bit. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Oops. Hang on here. What did this do? Copy that. And do. All right. Oh, got to get the band ready. Yep, good there. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the BOGP Open Line for Sunday night, December 1st, 2024. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy December, everybody. Yes, you can finally have up your Christmas decorations, your holiday bests. Nobody can give you a hard time now because Thanksgiving is behind us. It's December, and here at the Be Our Guest Podcast Studios, believe it or not, we have 3 inches of snow on the ground as we speak. That's right. It is the holiday season, so let's have some fun. And my co-host, speaking of holiday season, not here tonight. I'm flying solo because Scotty G, I just checked. We were hanging out here in the pre-show. He is down at Walt Disney World, and he's actually at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party right now. I know, right? Are you jealous? Should we do like he does on Must-See Adventures and maybe keep a tracker of how many cookies and hot cocoa he's going to have over the next 5 hours? I think we should. Maybe not. Anyway, we are going to have a good time over the next hour taking your calls. 407-413-9395. 407-413-9395. Happy Thursday to everybody who's checking out the show on the replay. I appreciate you so very much. And I know that this week is a little bit haphazard because we have people here, there, and everywhere. Pam's out. She's taking care of some family obligations. Ricky is as well. And of course, Scotty G was down at Walt Disney World. So we're mixing it up this week and looking at that as an opportunity to have some fun and try some new things, and hope you're enjoying that. We'll be back to normal next week, but today we're going to have a good time talking Disney, and I have some topics to bring to the table. But before we do that, on Sunday nights, here on the podcast, we have a password. You got to come through a password before you can discuss your favorite Disney topic with us. And tonight's password is going to be something you got to think about. It's a thinker. Today's password, and this is a game you can always play with your family, your friends, when you're driving around in the car, while you're sitting there eating Taco Bell. Probably not at the table. Maybe you're eating something a little bit healthier tonight at the dinner table. But what we're going to ask is you call in tonight from wherever you are in the world. Let us know your first name and where you're calling from. But then let us know what is something you are thankful for when it comes to the Disney parks. But I'm looking for something obscure. I'm thankful that I get to go to the Disney parks to make memories with my family. We know that. That is a given. I appreciate that because I love that. I love that I get to go to the Disney parks and hang out with my friends. I get that too. That's a given. I like that in our pre-show, we got answers as we were kind of hanging out and brainstorming this idea. Some folks are thankful for, I think, Kim Taylor, who's our favorite friend down there who takes all the great pictures. She's working now over at ESPN. I saw that this weekend. She's been taking pictures. Animal Kingdom Lodge, Grand Floridian. She's out there at race weekends. She's actually, now this one I don't know if I agree with, but this is the spirit of tonight's password. She's super thankful for the scary chairs over at Disney's Boardwalk Resort. Okay. Are you? That's the spirit, though. That's an obscure thing that only a Disney nerd, a Disney Parks fan would be thankful for, because it's something that only we get and we would love. What I'm thankful for, my password for tonight, this got me thinking about it, is I love that this time of the year, and again, this is in the spirit of Thanksgiving because we're wrapping up the Thanksgiving holiday as we're recording this, that Disney takes my favorite attraction, which you know what that is, right? Living with the Land. They take Living with the Land, and this time of the year, they make my favorite attraction even better. They take my favorite attraction, and then they throw on top of my favorite attraction, my favorite holiday. They put Christmas lights on it. They bring in Clark Griswold in a classy way, though. They don't let it go too crazy. They make it glimmering greenhouses. I mean, the alliteration alone is worth the price of admission. It's amazing. So now you get to go on Living with the Land. You get to see jackfruit. You get to see bananas. You get to see pineapple and sand that you're not allowed to touch. You get to smell the chlorine. You get to see the fish, the hydroponics, but you also get to see Christmas lights. Hang on. I can hear it. It's like the heavens have opened. It's a beautiful thing. So that would be my password. I am thankful for glimmering greenhouses. So that would be a password for tonight's show. So we are going to talk about that. That'll get you in. But some of the topics I do want to talk about, because we haven't got to talk to everybody. I'm trying to talk to everybody and get everybody's opinion on this. We can continue the conversation on your thoughts on Munsters coming over to Grand Avenue at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Are you yay or nay on that? How would you have this done tastefully? I did see something online about the possibility of them moving moving Muppets or Muppet Vision 3D to the Magic Kingdom into the PhilharMagic building. I don't know. Would that work? Would that not work? Would that be good for you? I still think the place to put Muppet Vision 3D, if they're going to move it, is that building next to Rock and Roller Coaster where Lightning McQueen used to be. I know they're going to put villains there for a little bit, but scrap that. We're getting a whole villains land. We don't need that. That's where I would put it, but I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, on Friday's show, we talked about our favorite places to shop, both at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. And I gave some of my thoughts. Ricky did, Scott did. And my good friend Bob, Monorail Bob, he's been down at Walt Disney World this past week, and he chimed in with a store that we missed which is a great store, but I forgot the name of it. It's the resort shop over at Animal Kingdom Lodge Jumbo House. That is a great store. It's large and it has tons of really unique items like hand carved giraffe and musical instruments like bongos and stuff. It's a great store. And I forget about it because kind of like the lodge, it's out of the way. It doesn't tend to cross your radar unless you're thinking about it for a reason. But I mean, I actually get to stay there here in less than 2 weeks. I'll be at the lodge. I can't wait to get in there. The lodge is such a cool place because it's got smells. It's so multisensory. It's so visual. It's got such dark looks to it. It's the rich woods. You smell the fireplace. You can smell the meals kind of all coming together from Boma and Jico and the fire. And, you always hear sounds, the clanking of the silverware from Boma. You hear people from Victoria Falls, people checking in there in the main lobby, people hanging out. It's such a great place. And now the Christmas tree will be up when I get there. Man, can I tell you, look forward to that? Yes. And I'll be taking lots of pictures and stuff. So I hope you follow me. All right. See, again, here we go. Zawadi Marketplace. Thank you, Brandon. I probably mispronounced it. All right. So I can't talk for a solid hour. This is why we have co-hosts. So I need you to call in. Those are some of the topics we have. It's 407-413-9395. That's 407-413-9395. And if you're having issues with the phone line, let me know in the chat and we can reset that if you are having problems. Kim over there on Facebook does say, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge smells very good with the Christmas stuff going on. Oh, I can't wait to get there, Kim. I'm super excited. All right, we have our first call tonight. Hey, who's joining us?
Hey, Mike, it's Brandon from New Hampshire.
Thanks for bailing me out, brother. What's going on?
Hey, down here at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jumbo House as we speak, and I just left Zawadi Marketplace about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, my gosh. So I will be there in about 10 days. Can't wait. And Kim was just there shooting some pictures a couple days ago. So how's the trip going?
Oh, it's beautiful. And we got here later last night. We didn't get here till about 7 p.m. So today we always take an off day the day after traveling. Coming from New Hampshire, it takes us 7 to 9 hours to get down here. I will say, it's very surprising, Boston Logan Airport and Orlando Airport were not busy on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I was very nervous about that.
Maybe that's the trick, though, because I think Sunday is, right? And then Wednesday, Thursday?
I would imagine, yeah. So, returning travelers and stuff, we were really nervous about it. We've never traveled the weekend after Thanksgiving. And, of course, we booked a trip back with you in March, not knowing that Thanksgiving was so late in the month this year. So we were very pleasantly surprised. Security was amazingly quick.
That's good to hear. Now, I got excited because I was just glad to have a call, but I didn't get password. Okay, so what's some unique thing that you're thankful for? I had the glittering greenhouses for me. What about you? What do you got there?
Oh, I do love the glittering greenhouses. We do that every year, but I will say that being that we come to Jumbo House every December for the Christmas season, I am thankful for their open fireplaces that they have in their lobby. Those are fantastic. It's a balmy 55 down here in Orlando right now. We came from New Hampshire where it was around 35. So it wasn't a huge increase in temperature, but we sat there in the lobby last night when we got here and just warmed our toes, sat there, caught up on, I did a couple work emails. The wife was texting back and forth with the kid. Those throw off the most amazing heat. And there's a coffee stand right off to the side there. You know what I mean? By the front windows of Jumbo House that had some amazing warm hot cocos, coffees. If you're into that cinnamon hot cocoa thing, it was just that New England feel in the Christmas season where it's normally warm in Florida. It's not at the moment, but I mean, it was just that, comforts of home kind of feeling that I think a lot of people don't appreciate. You're down here to catch the sunshine and everything, but just hanging out around the fireplace is something that we do at home. So I'm very thankful that they have something like that.
Yeah. It makes you thankful when you're at Walt Disney World. This is kind of strange, right? Because you go down there, like you say, for sun and fun and heat and all that stuff. But it is nice to catch kind of, because I saw Scott's, I'm kind of keeping up with Scott, stalking him and everything. And I saw, I think today's high was like 64, 63 or something. And it's going to be like that for the next couple of days. So, not on a little bit cooler for Florida this time of year, could be in the mid 70s or so, but cooler nights, right? You could retreat back to that lodge, and that lodge, it's kind of like Wilderness Lodge too. That lobby, it's got nooks and crannies, and like I said, like the open fire pits, and it like grab a hot chocolate, grab a snack from the Mara, some little warm cinnamon bun or something. And I mean, you're on vacation. I mean, it's just it's almost perfect. It doesn't always have to be sitting on Main Street. Vacation can also be
100%.
hanging out by a fire pit at your lodge. Oh man, that sounds so good.
Or in my case, right now, I'm hanging out with the flamingos outside at Jumbo House. So that's my favorite go-to spot. Is I love hanging out with these guys at this time of night because they get fed, they get real excited. Right now, the truck's backed up there, and they're throwing stuff into the water. I don't know if you can hear them in the background. But these guys get so excited.
I love it. I love it. So I don't want to keep you too long because I know you're on vacation. I appreciate you calling in so much. But what are you excited for in the rest of the trip?
I'm just looking forward to seeing the Christmas decorations. Walking down Main Street, the tree trail at Disney Springs is always fantastic. The food here at Animal Kingdom Lodge is a second to none, in my opinion. I love Pop Century's quick service, but the Mara, really, if you want to try some African-inspired flavors on their shrimp or their chicken or their beef bowls or anything like that, it's all fantastic. And, of course, you can't go wrong with the Zebra Domes.
No.
Everybody loves the Zebra Domes. But, I mean, we're just doing a relaxing trip. We only have 4-day park tickets for an 8-night trip, and we like to go at it leisurely. We really love to enjoy the resorts as much as we love the parks, as being that we get to come, and we're fortunate enough to be able to come as often as we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And Scott even mentioned that he noticed that the crowds dropped significantly today. Everybody was heading home. And
the difference between the lobby between yesterday and today was night and day. I mean, I think a lot of people ended their trip yesterday to probably avoid that Sunday rush, to be able to get home and stuff like that. And today, this resort anyway is a semi-ghost town compared to what it was last year at the same time, because again, the Thanksgiving holiday was so much closer to our trip versus last year. It was a 2 weeks apart from each other.
All right. Well, I'm not going to keep you because I know you're on vacation. You're enjoying every second of it.
Buddy.
But Brandon,
take other call. Just wanted to say hello and make sure you check your email. Ginger says hello. Deborah says hello, and they have a friend this year.
I sure will. And I appreciate you so much. And you have the best time ever. I really appreciate you.
All right. Take care, buddy.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. That's Brandon, our good friend up in New Hampshire, checking in from his vacation. Now, that means a lot to me that he would take the time to call in there from Animal Kingdom Lodge. I mean, how cool would that be? Like, just Animal Kingdom Lodge. Have you ever stayed there? I mean, I'm just asking you because if you haven't, go over there and visit and just, even if you don't go to Boma for dinner or Jico, if you're fancy, it's worth the trip. I know it's a little bit out of the way, but just go through the lobby and explore the lodge because you can see the animals. The animals come right up there, walk through the lodge. There's a little opening out in the back. It's an amazing place. It's multi-sensory. It is so cool. You don't have to be staying there. You can just walk right in and walk around. It's so cool to explore. All right, 407-413-9395. 407-413-9395. When one call drops, that means the phone lines are open. So give us a call and we will be talking Disney. Yes, and Sanaa, just for the bread service, is a great answer that Veronica says. And okay, so if you've never been to Animal Kingdom Lodge, it's basically broken into two kind of like sister resorts. You have Jumbo House, which is kind of the main big part of the resort. Then you have the DVC section, which is Kidani Village, which is a little bit smaller. It's got a smaller lobby, but its lobby is super cute. I enjoy the Kidani Village lobby. It's like a smaller version, and that's where you go for Sanaa. That's where the bread is. It's so you got to get all the dips. I think there's 9. I think there's a 10th secret one, but I've only had 9. All right, we have our next call. Hey, who's joining us?
Hey, it's Kurt from outside Philadelphia.
Hey, Kurt, I'm got the Eagles game on here in the studio right now. I don't know if you're an Eagles fan. They're lining up for field goal.
Oh, well, that's a good thing.
Yes, I think you got it in hand. You're up by 9 with a minute left, and you just drilled the field goal, so you're up by 12. You're good. What's up?
A good day.
What's going on?
Yeah, the streets run green with blood here, so
you're good. What's going on?
Whew. Not much. I had a big question. My family we're all in on the Princess Half Marathon this year.
Yes, congratulations.
2025.
Good job.
Thank you. We'll see about that.
No, I hear you. Yeah. Please, somebody congratulate me on any races before because this old body is going to be creaking and cracking. But yeah, you'll do better.
Yeah, and it's like Indiana Jones said, it's not the years, it's the miles. So,
amen, brother. Well said.
Thank you. So the question was this: we were down last year, my son, my daughter, and I, to watch her in the marathon, and we don't really know too much about how the crowds fall for the princess, and we were just kind of working up how our touring plan would work, sort of what would be the best part on which day. I kind of had an idea, but I wasn't completely sure because it's the week after President's Day.
Yep.
And I think we'll get down on Friday. My wife's a school teacher playing hooky. So
it sounds super familiar because I used to be a teacher and had to do the same thing.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah. No, so now what are you? So you're doing the half marathon right on Sunday,
right? Sunday.
Are you doing any of the other races, the 5 or the 10?
No, just a half.
And it's just you running, or is anybody in your family running?
Oh no, all 4 of us.
Oh, so you're all doing just Sunday, so you don't have to worry about
all
the logistics.
Doing Sunday. Yep.
Okay, so you're not having to get up and all that other stuff the other days. Okay, so I mean, I think we were talking over on Instagram. I think,
yep.
I always like to go to the Magic Kingdom on Monday for the pictures because, unless like you have a certain affinity for another park. I mean, like if you are like an Epcot family, there's nothing wrong with taking your medals and getting your pictures in front of Spaceship Earth or whatever, right? I mean, sometimes I do that at Marathon Weekend, because one is you're going against the crowd, because the thing is there's a bajillion people in front of the partner statue, everybody getting their pictures, and it bogs down. Everybody's got to do like one with a single medal, one with the 3 if they did the challenge and all that.
Right.
But I mean, it's an accomplishment. That's just how it is. It's once in a trip kind of thing. But that's why I think a lot of people will be drawn to the Magic Kingdom on Monday. So if you want to go to another park, that will be to your advantage to tour. So like, especially if you want to go like a Monday to Animal Kingdom, you'll be golden.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's where but again, it depends. Do you guys want to get your pictures like in front of the castle like that? Cause that's, it's kind of iconic, right? You're kind of sacrificing,
exactly.
but you could hop. You could hop, but again, you want to get there before it gets dark because the pictures will be better in better light. See, because I've done that. I've tried to outsmart the system, right? I'm like, I'll go somewhere else in the morning and hop to the Magic Kingdom, and everybody hopefully will be done with their pictures. But then I got there so late, it was dark and the pictures didn't look that good. So you got to think about that.
Exactly. So Monday was my exact plan. Saturday would be the day before the race, and that's a lot of walking around to do.
Yes.
But Monday there's a late party, some kind of after hours party at the Magic Kingdom. Would that foul up the crowds or keep the crowds out?
If so, what is Monday? I saw someplace that on the 30th, Magic Kingdom's closing at 4:30. I saw something in a group chat today about that. That's a different day. That's a Thursday. So that's not it. But let's see what. So you say Monday the
25th or 26th? It's the Monday directly after
the 27th,
24 hours after the race.
The 27th,
and
I guess.
Yes.
That's strange because I don't know what that would be. Unless it's a private buyout.
It's just their after hours.
Oh, it could be after hours for the deluxe guests. Okay, it could be.
It looked like it was a paid event, though.
It could be. Yeah, well, I'll have to look into that. Because I'm here by myself, so it's kind of hard to do. But
absolutely.
Regardless, whenever there's a let's treat it as a hard ticket event. Let's say it was like a Christmas party or whatever. Well, obviously it's January, but like tonight there's a Christmas party. Scott said the Magic Kingdom he was there this morning because they were doing a capture your moment session. He said it was ghost town. There's nobody there today because people were avoiding the Magic Kingdom. Well, a lot of people were going home from Thanksgiving, but also, people didn't go there because the park was closing early. It's like, I don't want to go there because I can't stay till 10 o'clock. But the thing is, you got to remember, it's one of those like, do you want to be there till 10 o'clock or would you rather have an empty park until 4:30? It's kind of like, you got to kind of think about your return on your day. Would you rather be able to just knock out a bunch of stuff quickly? or would you rather be in a busy park for a lot more time? I think I'd rather be in the empty park for less time, unless you're really wanting to see fireworks or something, you know, like you're really into seeing the park at night with the lights on, which there's something to be said for that. You got to really think
Yeah.
about what's important to you.
No, like I said, I think it's something. It looked like it was going to go on after the first fireworks, like after 9 o'clock. The park was going to, close up for just late night, open till 1 or 2 or something. But I could be wildly wrong on that.
That's probably an after hours then, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
For January. That sounds like what it is. Because I don't have it pulled up. But yeah, so but you make a good point though. If you're running on Sunday, man, so one thing I would avoid Animal Kingdom on Saturday. That park will get you tired faster than anything. It's huge. You do a ton of walking there, and the pavement, people don't think about this, but the pavement in Animal Kingdom will wear out your feet because it's uneven. It's great. It's thematic but it's bumpy. And I know people that don't run don't think about this probably too much, but that pavement, like it gets your feet tired. And so maybe the studios on Saturday, it's the smallest park. It's got, you can navigate it pretty quickly, but I would try to maybe just do like a half a day at a park on Saturday and maybe the studios, and just maybe have a meal that night and go to bed early and be ready for Sunday is what I would do.
Yeah, that was on our sort of, board of possibilities, and we're staying at Pop Century, so we'd have Skyliner access. Plus, if the gang didn't want to go to really early, I think we're going with like Lightning Lane of some kind or another, which I can't keep straight anymore.
Me either. I do this for a living. I do this for a living, and I'm expecting the Disney to change it on me tomorrow again. Like, is it Genie Plus? Is it Lightning Lane Single Pass, Multi Pass, Premier Pass? What are we gonna call it tomorrow? It's like, come on. Gosh.
Exactly.
I know. So here's another. This is just for folks that don't run Disney races a ton. I've learned all these things over the years. And it's not because I'm smart. It's because I'm dumb and I fall for all these things. I don't think. I've stayed at Pop Century, and one year I splurge, right? Because I like to stay at Pop Century for races. And I splurge. Actually, I didn't splurge probably. I probably booked last minute and it was all that's available. More likely what happened. I can't remember. But I got a preferred pool view room. So I was like, yes, I got the most expensive type room at Pop Century. So I was like, let's go. So I got a room in the 60s that was like on the interior of the Hippy Dippy pool, right there. So it's right there in the middle. Like all the action, right?
I know exactly.
So like, I'm like, because I like that. I wanted to be in the middle of the action. I'm an action guy, and I'm down there by myself. So I'm like, this is cool. Like I get to see all the stuff. I get to see people walking by. Get to hear. Dude, that's the worst for a race weekend, because if like you're trying to go to bed at like 9 o'clock, people are out there going, wow. Until like all you just because I need it kind of quiet to go to sleep. So I had my white noise machine at the time. This was before like the iPhones had it built in. I had the thing just cranking, and everybody screaming. But I mean, that's what you're supposed to be doing in the pool, right? I mean, you're supposed to be having a good time in the pool. But I was just like, oh, you're kidding me. I should have had the cheapest room category. I wish I was in the 90s out in the woods. That's the time you're always, you never want that room, except that night I did. Well, I should have switched.
That's where we stayed last year during the marathon.
That's better.
But it was perfect because we had rented a car, parking right there. Walk out your car, done and done. 10 steps and you're at the buses in the food court, and it's a brisk little walk over to the Skyliner.
Yep. Yeah.
Done and done. I do that all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's one of those things like you don't think about that until you actually have the experience of staying there, right? Like,
oh yeah.
You learn that first night though, you're like, oh man, I loved booking that category until I try to go to sleep at 8 o'clock. And it's nobody's fault. I mean, you're supposed to be screaming and having fun in the pool. That's what you're on vacation. But like, I'm also trying to fall asleep 35 feet from 300 kids in a swimming pool. Like, what am I doing?
The Cannonball shooting gallery. Sure.
Exactly. I'm like, I can't just like open my door and be like, everybody stop. I got to get up at 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Trying to go to bed. Put it with the Marco Polos, okay?
Exactly. I was about to do that though. I was like, come on, I got to run 26 miles in like 4 hours. Knock it off.
Yeah.
So you, I mean, this is, do you guys typically run half marathons? I mean, how many times have you done this?
I'm just getting back into running. My wife and my daughter have done the the Broad Street run, which is 10 miles, basically the length of the city, straight down Broad Street. And we're also signing up for the Cherry Blossom in Washington, D.C.
Nice.
My daughter did that last year. Beautiful.
You guys are gonna have fun. Princess is a great weekend because it's very low stress compared to marathon weekend. Marathon weekend, it's not stressful, but it's the big one, right? Princess is more laid back, and it's just and usually the weather is the best of the four. On wood, I said that out loud. Now you're probably having terrible weather, but it's usually beautiful. And it's great. And also Andrew, he brings up another great point. No matter what kind of hotel you're staying in at Walt Disney World, if you go to bed early for your race weekend, you'll always hear the fireworks. And you'll get FOMO. You're like, oh, I should be at that park. Listen, because it's usually I fall asleep and then it wakes me up. I'm like, oh, I should be at Epcot. There's back in the day, Illuminations. I should be there, or there's Wishes, or Happily Ever After. I'm missing out. And then you wake up and then you can't go back to sleep for another hour. Yeah. Oh, I hate that.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that checks.
Yeah, I mean, you're at Walt Disney World. All right, well, Kurt, hey, good luck. I hope maybe I don't know if I'll be down there for that one, but maybe. Who knows? I'll be at Disneyland a couple weeks before that. So the pocketbook only goes so far that time of year.
Hey, good luck to you. And Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you. And thanks for calling in. I appreciate you, bud.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. 407-413-9395. 407-413-9395. Oh, I didn't even get his password. Oh, well, we're going to get Eric's here. Eric out in Connecticut. Happy wrap to Thanksgiving weekend. What's up?
I've ever gotten through. That was quick.
I got you.
First, please don't hate me because I'm calling this a problem, because this is a problem from a place of privilege. But I'm going down in February, and we are staying at the Beach Club. And I just cannot get excited about staying at the Beach Club. We're there because the price was basically the same as the Wilderness Lodge, because the pool, which is their great attraction, is closed.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the big thing about them is like the pool and the proximity. So the pool is not there. And what about the Beach Club? Would you say is something that could get someone excited about staying at the Beach Club when the pool is shut down?
Well, it is the proximity to Epcot and to the studios. You can walk to two parks. That's probably the biggest selling.
Right.
And it's a deluxe resort. I mean, you also have Cape May Cafe right there in your resort. You got beaches and cream right there.
Okay.
And if you're somebody that doesn't mind walking, you have access to obviously everything over in Yacht Club, which is adjacent. You can walk right over to the boardwalk and, go over to now the cake bake shop if that's your jam, the bakery, all that stuff, the pizza window.
How is the food situation there? Because I was looking at the quick serve at the boardwalk, and it doesn't seem like it's much of anything.
Over at the board, like just food in general over there?
Not the boardwalk, the beach club. Sorry.
The beach club. So they have so I am not a fan of the quick service at Beach Club. I think that's one of the weakest things they have. Sorry, there was a break.
It looked weak.
Yeah, it's called the Marketplace, I believe. I'm trying to remember. It's got something, the Marketplace, the Beach Club Market. I think it's just called the Beach Club Marketplace, if I'm not mistaken. But basically what it is. It's in their shop. It's in there. They have a gift shop, and then there's a corner of the gift shop that has a few items. But it is one of the weakest points of the whole Beach Club situation. It's not great. Like I've said that for years. Like when I stay at the Beach Club, that is what I miss about not being at Pop Century or Coronado Springs or Caribbean Beach or even the All-Stars is like, I miss a food court. Yeah. They don't have it going on.
The food courts at the moderates and the lower ones, like values, are much better. And I really did enjoy the restaurant at the Wilderness Lodge when I stayed there. I think my thing is, like, I've always been a value person when it comes to going to a resort. I go for a good price point that has, you know, more of a minimum thing, because I'm not spending most of my time at the resort. I'm spending most of my time at the parks. So I can't get all that excited over the things that a deluxe resort has to offer. The only deluxe resort I've ever stayed in that I've really fallen in love with was the Wilderness Lodge. And it's everyone who goes there says that that's probably one of the more special places.
It is
that they've stayed.
But
so,
you might like Beach Club, because here's the thing with Beach Club though. Remember, you are staying adjacent to Epcot, so you are likely going to snack and have good meals maybe at Epcot. And you can also just walk over if you got good weather. Again, if you have like a bad storm or something, this is out of play, but you know, walk over to the Boardwalk Cafe, the old Boardwalk Bakery. They have lots of sandwiches and baked goods and stuff like that that can fill. Now it's a decent walk. I mean, I don't mind walking if it's a beautiful day. It's a good way to kind of get some exercise and enjoy the wonderful Florida weather. But yeah, but the rooms are nice at the Beach Club. It's a beautiful resort. I mean, but you're right. Stormalong Bay is definitely one of the selling points, and obviously they have to refurbish that at some point, and that's going to happen here at the beginning of the year. But
I don't blame them. And again, I understand that, like, there's people out there probably listening right now and saying, "You're complaining about the Beach Club? Why?" I think
you're offering constructive criticism. You're just looking for I think you're actually asking for suggestions. You're looking for I mean, I think it's how we all are, right? I mean, we talked about this. I think I talked about this with Scott. It took me forever to stay at Coronado Springs. I needed somebody to say, like, why should I stay at Coronado Springs? Because I always thought it was so far out. I thought it was only for convention people and stuff like that. Eventually, when I took the chance to stay there, I said, I love this place. I'll be there in January again. I love Coronado Springs, but I had to have firsthand experience.
I'm staying at this resort because I haven't stayed at it yet. And it's just good to try, you know, new things. Try someplace that you haven't been. And if it's for you, you know, you go back. And if it's not for you, well, I'm sure it's for other people, and they're happy to have the room that I'm not going to take.
You got that right. And you're right. Wilderness Lodge, though, it is super themed. I mean, it's like Animal Kingdom Lodge too. I mean, Animal Kingdom Lodge, same way. It's
all right.
Definitely. So real quick, password real quick.
Yes.
What are you thankful for? Some obscure thing about the parks? Like, I'm glittering greenhouses for me. What do you got?
What am I thankful for? Some obscure thing about the park.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to take me a second. Can it be a Disneyland thing?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I love Disneyland.
Like the little man who lives in the tree at Disneyland. Do you know the little man who lives in the tree?
I know of it. Now, I went to look for the little man that lives in the tree at Disneyland when I was out there on my last trip, and I didn't find him. Now, he's in Adventureland, correct?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think that's where I saw him. But I am grateful that something like that still exists.
100%.
Like this weird little touch that they just kind of slip in that someone thought was a cute idea, and it's still there. And that's something I am very thankful for.
And I think they were doing something with him just like last week or something, because I saw a picture of about 100 people at Disneyland, all with their cameras out. And I think he was supposed to like come out maybe with like a Christmas hat on or something. I don't know, but maybe they were like putting him back out with a Christmas hat. I don't know, but like everybody was like poised, standing by with cameras and like looking at a tree trunk. So I love that though. You know what? Another thing along those lines, those roasty toasties at Disneyland. Those are the bomb. I love those things.
Roasty toasty?
You know what those are?
What is a roasty toasty? No idea.
Oh, you don't know what roasty toasties are. So roasty toasties, these are oh my gosh, roasty toasties. So at all the popcorn carts at Disneyland, if you go up to the popcorn carts,
those little guys,
right? And they're all themed.
Or turning the little thing.
They're called roasty toasties.
Like the big one at the Ronto Roaster.
Right.
But they're
right. Yes. Like in Galaxy's Edge, but he's like mega sized roasty toasty. Right. Like out of Disneyland. So if you go to the popcorn cart right outside of Haunted Mansion, like it's got the little kind of ghost, like little roasty toasty, and you know, you go around and you see, and I love taking pictures of
those.
Yeah.
And thinking, oh, those are cute. I never really paid much attention to the fact that they're probably a different one in each one.
Yes.
Oh, that's something for me to look for next time I go out to Disneyland.
Yeah, it's just you're
Oh,
right. I mean,
cool.
but you got me thinking about it. It's little stuff like that. I mean, that you could appreciate when you're not racing to try to get lightning lanes, because you know what, there needs to be some yin and yang to our vacations.
You know, I'm thankful that for having been going to these parks for so many years, once a year or every other year, there's still more to discover.
Amen. And I'm thankful that we're friends, buddy.
All right. You have a great rest of your week.
All right, you too. I'll talk to you soon, Eric. Have a good one. Happy December.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
All right. 407-413-9395. 407-413-9395. Yes, the old roasty toasty. I just like saying that. You guys know what I'm talking about? I mean, am I missing out here? Do you guys like the roasty toasty too out of Disneyland? Do they have them at World? I mean, besides the big one? I didn't think about him being a roasty toasty, but he is, I guess, in Galaxy's Edge. Michelle over on Facebook says, listening from Malta, New York, near Saratoga. Thankful for my Magic for Less travel agent, Marcia. She guided us through our first visit to Disneyland last month. We had a great time. Man, I love hearing that. Marcia is amazing. Shout out, Marcia. And Michelle, thank you for using the folks over at the Magic for Less. We appreciate you so very much for that. Let's see here. Scott Gardner down in Walt Disney World says, what is the result on the Santa bucket hat? I don't even know what Scott's talking about. What is he talking about? The Santa bucket hat. Am I missing something? The Santa bucket hat. Is he messing with me? The question of the night is, what obscure thing are you thankful for at the Disney parks? I'm thankful that it took my favorite ride, Living with the Land, and added Christmas lights to it to make it glittering greenhouses. Kim Taylor is thankful for the scary chairs at the boardwalk. Eric is thankful for the little man of Disneyland out there in Adventureland. All right, so let's talk. What are your favorite shops at Walt Disney World or Disneyland that we haven't talked about? 407-413-9395. You want to talk some Muppets and Munsters? We could do that, or Scott could even maybe give us a call from the Christmas party. 407-413-9395. Also, we have Marathon Weekend coming up here very soon. That is what? Today's December 1st. So Marathon Weekend starts, let's see, January 8th will be the expo. So we are a month and a week. So we're 5 weeks from Marathon Weekend. Runners, get on your mark. It is almost time to run a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and then 26.2. Get ready, everybody, but not yet, because we have our next caller on the line. Hey, who's joining us? Uh-oh, I think it's Emily. Hello.
Hello, Mike. I know you were asking for Scotty G, but I guess I'll have to do.
This is better. Hey, I don't want Scotty G.
No,
I want Emily. This is better. What's going on?
Exactly. I'm Scotty G plus.
Yes.
So right now I'm at the very Merry Christmas party, but I have a pressing question specifically for you, Mike.
Yes, I'm ready.
So
What's
I just got the Santa Mickey bucket hat, and I need to know, does Scotty G need one too?
Well, I need a picture of it. I mean, can we see here? How can we do this? Scott needs to text me. Scott needs to text me a picture, then I'll hold it up to the camera so everybody can see.
Okay. So send a picture of the hat, Dan.
Yeah. Stay on the line with me.
He's working on it hard.
Okay, stay on the line with me here. So
Okay.
I'm using both people that are listening to the audio show. Just imagine Mike is right here in the studio he's got his phone in his hand. He's talking to Emily on the big mic. This is exciting times here in the Be Our Guest Podcast Studios. Emily is at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at Walt Disney World right now.
You just chat about the party. Yeah, it's pretty busy here in Cosmic Rays. I'll say I'm having a good time, but they've got 3 events happening in one space, and I think maybe they could fix that a little bit.
So at the top of the show,
I think the hat is being sent.
Okay.
The hat is being sent.
Oh wait, okay. Oh yeah.
He has photo evidence of him in the hat too.
Oh, that's gangster. Here we go. Let me hold it up. Okay, so we need the chat room here. Everybody's watching live. We got a lot of folks watching live tonight. I say yes. You definitely need that hat because that'd be looking good in
All right.
Lansing. That's definitely a Lansing hat. I think.
I think so.
I do
think
too. That's a good looking hat.
Definitely
But what's that?
Lansing hat.
Because I like the holly on the front. It's almost like mistletoe. Like you almost got to like kiss him.
Exactly.
Dude, Liz won't be able to keep her lips off of him with that hat on. I mean, you probably shouldn't tell it to his daughter, but I mean, look at that. It's got mistletoe right on the front.
Exactly. I think we need a twin. But yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna hand the phone to Scotty G. I think he wants to talk about some very merry stuff.
Yeah, I gotta be talking to him. Hey, by the way, are you still there? M? No.
It's Scotty G now.
Scotty G, I just want to tell Em real quick, but her pictures were beautiful today, but I didn't get a chance to tell her.
Oh, so he was as you were handing me the phone, Emily, he said those pictures were beautiful today. He just didn't get the chance because you already handed it over. Yes, he says thank you. That was awesome. I'll talk more about that later, but so we're inside Cosmic Rays, and it is a madhouse in here because there is a cookie trail, there is food with like specific, specialty items, and a dance party all in this building. It is insane in here right now.
It's like Christmas threw up. Christmas threw up in Cosmic Rays.
Exactly. But so one of my to-dos for the party was actually to get this turkey burger that they have here at Cosmic Rays and Space Mountain, which is how we started the party, and it was awesome. It was kind of weird though, Mike. I feel like I've done this before, but I just don't remember doing it during the Christmas party. But it's like red and green colors, with like rock and roll, Christmas music. But you could see the track a lot, and like I don't know about you, but that kind of scares me even more than being in the dark.
That's awesome. So you can kind of see it, but it's like in a red and green kind of theme, I guess.
Yeah, so it's like red and green, and then it'll like flash kind of like white, kind of, and that's when you can like really see the track. So like you can like see how low like some of the have a coaster above you is, like it's kind of like almost scarier in a way.
I like it. So now the weather tonight it's got a little bit of a chill in the air tonight, right? So it feels a little Christmassy, right?
It definitely feels Christmassy. This feels like a real Christmas party. With last time we were here 2 years ago, we had like pajama bottoms and like like long sleeves, and I was sweating the entire time. I felt like so. This feels really nice tonight for sure.
Is it busy like overall for the party or just in Cosmic Rays? What's the overall vibe?
Yeah, so I mean the party started at 7, so I mean we're not even an hour into it. We kind of just went straight to Tomorrowland. But I mean, so I think it's a sold out party. I'll say that, and so it does feel kind of crowded in some of the areas in Tomorrowland because they have like the awesome dance party that they do, where the characters come out and dance with the crowd. So like, but the energy though, the energy is so good. Everyone's excited. Everyone's got the red, the greens on, the costumes. Like it's just a great vibe. And like for me, the party ticket alone is worth it just to like be in this atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. So at the top of the show, because I looked to see where you were on Find My Friends, and I saw you were in that back, like behind Main Street going in, where you enter the party, and you get, I guess you got your ornament. Did you guys get that on the way in, or cookies or something?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly how we started the party. So we went to that back street area. We got all three of us got our ornaments, and they had some cool stuff happening back there too. Like I think you and I have jokingly said this. Like if you are a stilt walker, you have like job employment opportunities all over Central Florida, right? Because like there's a like a snowflake on stilts. They had these cute gingerbread characters that we met, and got a photo with them, and they had snow happening back. There's a lot going on for the entrance to the party.
That's cool. So I don't want to keep you too long because I know you guys are going around, but what do you look forward to tonight? The fireworks, the parade, I mean, rides, anything special?
Yeah, I mean, all those things really. But the parade is one of my all-time favorite things. And I know, I'm sure you heard this too, right? I heard like the soundtrack may have changed a little bit. I haven't looked too much into it. So I'm excited to see what the updates are. But yeah, so the parade is usually like my number one thing here. Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm going to cut you loose so you guys can go have some fun. But man, I miss hanging out with you. I think we
want to get in line for the cookie trail here. So
I
just got word that we got to. I know. Actually, that's another fun thing too. There's like 6 different cookies or whatever you can get, and we're definitely going to do some snacking for some specialty things. So lots of fun. I'll share and on the Instagram and all that. So follow me on Epscot tonight. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's right. EPSCOT on Instagram, and you better have that hat on.
I got to buy it though. So now that you got so the verdict was I should get the hat then?
Oh yeah, we have people are saying they had one day at a time said yes, get the hat. Jason wants to know if it doubles as a popcorn bucket. Jason Miller.
Well, what about What did I get the popcorn bucket?
No, he wanted to know if the hat would double as a popcorn bucket. You could use that too.
Yeah. That's actually not a bad strategy. We're going to see the dance party though, Mike. So I'm probably going to let you go, and there could be some copyright issues for that too. So.
Yep. No worries. You guys have fun. I'll talk to you soon, brother. Take care.
All right. Catch you.
All right. See you.
Bye everyone. Have a good night.
Bye. Scotty G live from Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Love that. He's out there again. We should be keeping track of. He's going after all the cookies, which I would be doing the exact same thing because, I mean, that's why you go to the Christmas party, right? You go to the Halloween party to trick or treat, to get all the candy, fill up your bag, and you go to the Christmas party for all the cookies and hot cocoa and dance. You dance it off. You burn the calories, ride the rides. But it sounds like their Cosmic Rays must be the place to be. They're having three events in one in that one location. So if you like energy, go to Cosmic Rays. If you get overstimulated, don't go to Cosmic Rays. Sounds like. All right, 407-413-9395, 407-413-9395. We have time for about one more call. Let's take it right now. If you have it, we can talk about whatever you like as we wrap this week's BOGP Open Line. Again, what you're thankful for is the password, some obscure thing from the parks. We could talk about your favorite shopping location at Disneyland or Walt Disney World, or we could talk about whatever you like. What are you excited for during the holidays this season down at Walt Disney World? Which resort besides Wilderness Lodge do you enjoy visiting? I am super excited to get to go to Animal Kingdom Lodge because, you know, would I pick Animal Kingdom Lodge to stay at during the holidays? I don't know. Wilderness Lodge would be my first choice. Now, here's the thing. Scott has been staying this week at the cabins over at Fort Wilderness. I've not stayed at the cabins at Fort Wilderness. I've been super curious, though, about staying there. My wife says no to the cabins because she says she's not a camping girl, is kind of her thing. She wants a place that has a food court. And I know the cabins are like houses, right? They have everything you need. It's not like you don't have a shower and that kind of stuff. Like they're super nice, but she just wants the typical hotel setup. She likes, Coronado Springs. She likes Pop Century. She just likes a hotel. So I cannot get her to bite on the cabins, even though I've shown her pictures and stuff like that. So I haven't stayed there, but Scott has been staying there obviously this week, and I am so curious about it. So when he gets back, we're obviously going to break that down because like him cruising around on that golf cart, like I've seen him a couple times live on Instagram, and he's touring around Fort Wilderness on that golf cart. It's so fun. Like it takes me back to being 12 years old, like riding a go-kart. Now I will tell you, Scott told me what those golf carts cost. It's about the same price as a rental car. They're super expensive, but I mean, it's vacation, right? You got to splurge, you got to have fun, and it just build it into the price of the cabin, right? It's just like an add-on to the cabin, I guess is how you would see it. And I think it's perfect for this time of the year because Scott was tooling around Fort Wilderness. You see kind of people just hanging out on their decks or sitting out on their, in front of their RVs, and they'll have an inflatable Santa or Frosty the Snowman, Christmas lights up. It's so communal over there. And even if you're not staying over there, I would encourage you this time of the year, if you have, again, if you're taking a down day, you want to stay out of the parks, you don't have a park ticket for every day of your vacation. Maybe if you're leaving the Magic Kingdom, go over to Fort Wilderness, take the boat from the Contemporary over to Fort Wilderness, and just walk around there. You can go to just take it in. If you're going to have, say you're doing hoop-de-doo. After that, just walk around one of the loops. It's one of my favorite places to run. Back in the day when I used to stay at Wilderness Lodge, you used to be able to run from Wilderness Lodge over to Fort Wilderness. You can't do that anymore, but it was my favorite place just to run the loops and see all the RVs and the tents and the, fifth wheels and stuff like that, especially during the holidays. Halloween too. People would do it up for Halloween, but especially Christmas. So, it's those kind of things that, when you think of Walt Disney World and you watch the commercials on TV, you always see, you see the family in the teacups. You see people going in the Haunted Mansion or Pirates of the Caribbean or It's a Small World. And there's something to be said for that because that is kind of what Disney's known for. It's Disney Parks. That's their branding, Disney Parks, right? But then you also see the resorts, but they're always going to show you the Grand Floridian. They're always going to show you the Polynesian. Think about the commercials you've seen. Lately, though, you have seen commercials for like Art of Animation, which I applaud Disney for. You've seen Caribbean Beach in commercials, but you're never probably going to see Fort Wilderness in a commercial. However, I think a lot of people are shocked that that's a part of Walt Disney World. But I say, maybe it's the Mike in the Midwest in me, that might be one of Disney's favorite little, hidden secrets. It's a little gem from back in 1971 that I like this, because for those of us that have been going year after year, you might not have ever gone there. And you might have been going to Walt Disney World for 10 years, but you still haven't made your way over to Fort Wilderness to discover that little nugget yet. And when you do, you're like, oh, I had no idea this was so cool. And you have something you've never done for the very first time 10 years after your first trip to Walt Disney World. So that's pretty fun. All right. Carolyn over on Facebook, our good friend out on the West Coast, says, my favorite thing at Disneyland is the Santa in the Grand California Hotel. We see him every year. We have pictures with Santa at the Grand California since my oldest was 1 year old. Tradition. Speaking of that, I love that, Carolyn. Thank you for sharing that so very much. Scott was, he was lamenting on this trip that with the transformation of Grand Avenue here in the near future, that they're going to be taking out Mama Melrose, one of our favorite restaurants too, over by Muppet Vision. And outside of Mama Melrose, there's a store called It's a Wonderful Store, kind of a Christmas store. I love that store. And outside of that store, there's a snowman, kind of a Frosty the Snowman looking guy. And he's been there for years and years. And my family has probably 30 pictures with that snowman, because we always thought it was so fun, because my wife and I were both teachers for years and years. So we'd always go down every July. And we always thought it was so hilarious as teachers from Missouri to, in our summer gear and shorts and t-shirts, to get our pictures with a snowman in July and always send them to our friends back home. Yep, we're in Florida. It's 100 degrees and we're getting our pictures with a snowman. So we have all these pictures with this snowman outside of It's a Wonderful Store at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And Scott had done the same. Again, this was before I even knew Scott. He'd always taken a picture with his daughter, Emily, who we just heard from, is like a growth chart. And so this past trip, just a couple of days ago, Scott took what he thinks is probably going to be his final picture with Emily next to the snowman. And he made a collage of all the pictures of Emily next to the snowman, watching her from like a little girl all the way to, she's 16 now, getting ready to graduate, or 17, getting ready to graduate high school. And it's one of those things, right? There was a Native American statue on Main Street that people have used for growth charts. It is one of those things. If you have a young child, maybe find your spot in a Disney park. If you're a big Disney fan, you go every year, find your spot and try to find something that's what's permanent anymore, right? I'm saying find your spot that's permanent. We don't know what's permanent anymore, but find something you think will stick around and maybe take that picture every trip, just to kind of have fun with over the years, and maybe take the whole family picture every time. But I love that. We've kind of done kind of things like that too. All right. Well, it is time to get out of here. We're at the top of the hour, but thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so much. I love doing this. And again, we'll do it again next Sunday night. And I believe Scott will be back. And if you have questions about his trip, talk about his golf cart. We could talk about the cabins. We could talk about the Christmas party. He's done so much. Capture your moment. You can call in and ask him all about it. But until then, don't forget, our podcast's always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. If you are out there and headed to a Disney destination, we would love to offer you our amazing concierge level services for absolutely no cost to you, no cost at all. And you'll get booking bonuses like gift cards, laundry bags, travel laundry bags, all kinds of good stuff. And if you're sailing with Disney Cruise Line, you just get onboard credits. You got cash waiting in your account when you arrive on board. And it costs exactly the same as booking with Disney Cruise Line. I mean, we pay you basically to book with us. It's great. And you get our services too. So check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click really does help us pay the bills, especially all throughout the year, but especially during the holidays. Just click through beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so much to our Patreon supporters. You get a bonus show when you support us on Patreon. It's just $5 a month, and it really does help us out. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. That bonus show is called Mike in the Midwest. It's a lot of fun. All right, give me a follow on the social media. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike on Instagram, Twitter, and let's see, also Threads. I'm also on Facebook, Mike Roman. You can look for me there. Sorry about that. I was trying to remember all the places I'm active. And don't forget, I'll be going on the Disney Treasure next week, so you can follow the adventures, because I'll have the internet package while I'm on the ship. They're giving me that. So I will be live a ton from the ship. And if you have questions, you want to know anything about the ship, you're going on it, you're just curious, I'll be available. Let me know. I'll run all around that ship. You know, I love being in contact with you. I'm not going to be with my family, so I'm going to be at your disposal to let you know all about the ship. So I can't wait for that on the 12th or the 15th. All right. So till we get back together again, I just want to tell you what I'm thankful for the most. It's you. Thanks for always giving us the time since 2008. I love doing these shows, and I couldn't do it if you guys didn't take the time to download, to let other people know about our shows. And also for the great reviews. If you wouldn't mind this week, a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts would be awesome. 5-star reviews really do drive our show, help other people find us. So if you have it in your, your schedule and in your heart this week, a 5-star review over an Apple Podcast would be amazing. So thank you very much for that. All right. So we get back together again. I hope you guys have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. I can't wait, Teresa. I am so excited, and I know that ship looks awesome. And I can't, now that there's 3 inches of snow on the ground, it's all the better. not that I needed, because I love cruises. Oh my gosh, I love cruises so much. But now that it's freezing and like in the 20s and snow, get me out of here for real. I cannot wait. Thanks, Carolyn. All right, I'm going to edit this up. And so tomorrow we're going to be on the air about 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central, a live listener question show with calls. So I need calls tomorrow, please. I need like 3 or 4 calls for listener questions. And then we're going to have a secret co-host after that for the Friday show. It's going to be fun. But we'll be early tomorrow. Early. It'll be a European special. All right. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you so much. Happy Sunday night. And have a good Monday, by the way. See you later.